How you choose to live out the calling and the vision that God has placed on your life will change how everything else goes for you. And if that matters to you, today's video is for you. Hey everyone, I'm Breshana Miller. Welcome to Purpose and Plans, and I talk about how to reconnect to your God-given identity and how to live out the calling and the vision God has placed on your life. And today I want to continue down this conversation around your walk with God and how sometimes that can be the only strategy you will have, because there are times when God is going to pull you into something that is going to be unfamiliar and very new. And that means it's going to require new gifts, a new set of skills, a new type of talent, because He's calling you out and He's bringing you into new territory and He wants to expand you. Now, what is your walk? When I say your walk, I'm talking about your thoughts, your habits, your beliefs, your behaviors, how you engage with your own life. That is your walk. And so when I say that how you choose to walk out your calling and the vision that God has placed on your life, it will truly make a difference in how everything else goes for you. And I want you to know that up until this point, you have walked in doubt, you've walked in shame, you've walked in inadequacy, unworthiness, you've walked in obscurity. You have walked in all of those things for long enough. And I want you to believe for yourself that those roads have finally come to an end for you, because Jesus has already walked all of those things out for you. From the time He was in the Garden of Gethsemane all the way to Golgotha, the hill of Golgotha, which is where Calvary was, He walked that out for you already. He walked out the fear, the shame, the unworthiness, the inadequacy, the doubt. He walked all of those things out from the time that He was led from Gethsemane, from courtroom to courtroom to courtroom, being questioned, being mocked, being ridiculed, being persecuted. He walked all of those things out for you already. Many of the things that you have allowed to hold you back today, the fear, the doubt, the inadequacy, He has already stood in your place and answered all of those questions about who do you think you are. They even questioned Jesus. Who do you think you are? You think you're the King of the Jews. You think you're the Son of God. You think that you are the Messiah. Who do you think you are that you can heal people, that you can free people from all sorts of things? Who do you think you are that you can come here and do this? And you may sometimes ask yourself or question yourself with the same thing. Who do you think you are that you can hit publish on that blog post? Who do you think you are that you can actually start that business and it do well? Who do you think you are that you can start sitting down to write the first draft to the outline of your book? Who do you think you are to even hit record so you can record that video or start recording that podcast? Who do you think you are to press send on the invitation to host that gathering or that small group that you know that God has placed inside of your heart to start leading? Who do you think you are to do that? But I want you to know today that Jesus has already answered the question. He's already answered the questions, and He's already walked out all of the fear, the doubt, and the unworthiness so that you would not have to walk in it. And in order for you to not walk in it, He had to walk it out for you. From the Garden of Gethsemane to Golgotha, He walked that path. That walk that He was led on was your life. The doubt and the fear, all of those things were on the path that He walked from Gethsemane all the way to Golgotha, from the time of going from courtroom to courtroom, being persecuted, being questioned, being judged, being beaten, being chosen over a murderer. He already went through all of that for you, all the way up to going to Golgotha, a very long, treacherous walk that He had to endure. And on that walk while he was enduring it, he was still being humiliated. He was still being shamed. He was still being spit in the face. They were still mocking him. And yet he continued to walk that out because he knew that you were going to have to deal with some of these things. And so that did not have to become a part of your identity. So he walked it out so that you would not have to walk in it. Not only did he walk it out to the point of getting to Golgotha, he took all of that, everything that you have allowed to hinder you, to hold you back, things that you have allowed to become delay and hesitation and self-limiting beliefs. All of those things he took and he nailed them to the cross. He didn't just walk them to the cross. He nailed them to the cross. He decided that he was going to put these things where they rightfully belong, on the cross, so that it could not be a part of your life. They're still nailed to the cross today. You may have found yourself trying to take the nails off of doubt. You're trying to take doubt off of the cross. You're trying to take doubt and shame off of the cross. You're trying to take rejection off of the cross, taking inadequacy, insecurity, and obscurity. You're trying to take the nails off the cross and get these things back, when God has already decided and declared that they don't belong to you. They don't belong to you. They belong nailed to the cross. And in exchange for that, he gave you something called freedom, life, and liberty. It's not to negate that fear and doubt and inadequacy. It's not that those things won't show up. It's not that they won't surface. It's not that they won't ever try to whisper in your ear and try to make you believe something less than what God spoke. It's not that those things will never come up. But doubt does not have to become a dwelling place in your life. Shame from mistakes or past experiences or what you have even thought about yourself does not have to become the cloak that you wear. That is not your identity. And fear doesn't have to be the thing that dictates your decisions. Those things are no longer allowed to have a lead place in your life because they're nailed to the cross. So my question for you today is, if you still find yourself, even just a little bit, living in fear, doubt, rejection, limiting beliefs, even the residue of it, then why are you still living in what he has already walked out? Why do you think Jesus even walked this road for you? The road where there was blood dropping, the road where he had sweat coming from his body, the road where he endured a heavy cross on his back. Why did he walk that road for you? He walked that road for you so that you could have freedom from the very things that would try to hold you back. He walked that road for you so that you could experience a life of liberty, so that you could experience a life of abundance, so that you could actually have a life where there is nothing standing in your way to live out the purpose and the calling that God has for your life, and standing very confidently in the identity that he had already given you from the very beginning. He walked that road so that your life could glorify him, so that your life could reflect everything that he did for you. Now, you can never repay God for what he did for you, but your life can be a testament. It can be a reflection of what God did for you. It doesn't have to reflect shame or doubt. It doesn't have to reflect fear. It should reflect the walk that Jesus walked for you from the Garden of Gethsemane all the way to Golgotha. Your life should reflect that. And let your life honor him by living in what he secured for you. And that was liberty. Because when you are walking in liberty, when you are walking in the freedom from doubt and fear and all of those things, when you're walking in that, the liberty that he gave you, then doubt cannot be a part of your life. It will try to come and push your identity out of the way. Those limiting beliefs will try to come and push your confidence in the calling that God has given you. It'll try to push it out of the way. But when you are truly deciding that you're going to be secure in the liberty, you're going to be secure in your identity, the God identity, when you're going to be secure in what He has called you to do, you can actually live out, express the calling and the vision that God has placed on your life. And so if anything has come up for you today as you listen to this, I want you to think about what you may have been walking in long enough and decide that that road has now come to an end and that you're going to be on a new path, a path that reflects the identity that God already designed for you to live in, that is going to reflect the life, the calling, the purpose, the plans, the good works that God had already preordained for you to walk in, that you're now going to start to get on a new path so that your walk can reflect what He already walked out for you. That walk is a walk of liberty. Your walk is the expression of the God that is in you. And it is also one that reflects the life that He laid down for you. So let this be your reminder today that Jesus carried all of that for you, and He walked all of that out just for you. And because He did, the purpose and the plans that He has for you, the vision that He put on the inside of you, the good works that He meant for you to walk in does not have to be buried in doubt. It doesn't have to be buried in fear or rejection. Leave all of those things nailed to the cross because that's where they belong. And let your life, the purpose and the plans that God has for you, be the full expression of what God meant for you to live out for such a time as this. Okay, I hope that this encouraged you and helped you, and that it gave you really something to think about as you're thinking about your walk with God and what that can look like, and maybe what it has not looked like up to this point. So please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment to this channel. Your viewership means so much to me. And until the next video, live full and live faithful.